Hey now everyone, before we get into this breakdown and review of Skeleton Crew E7, spoilers! Holy evil wannabe space wizards, Skeleton Crew fans, what a solid penultimate episode this series just gave us, which should surprise no one considering the sheer level of quality, heart, and nostalgia that has been delivered so far. Lucasfilm may not give us Hondo in a series about space pirates, at least not yet, so hopefully they at least grant Watson Ford another season, because I really dig the characters, the setting, and the galaxy-affecting mysteries it has dangled in front of our faces since the start of December. This episode once again featured top-notch performances, plenty of tension, and more answers to the mystery of At Attin and its oddly controlled society that seems unaware of any happenings in the galaxy post the Republic era. In terms of performances, the kids once again outdo themselves at every turn. Ravi in particular really nailed the fragile emotions of Wim, who is not only bummed about finding home and leaving their adventure, but also in how he reacted to Jod's brutal murder of 33 and his subsequent threats to himself and his pals. You could see that Wim was shook, both physically and mentally, which you have to credit to the young man portraying him. I say these nice things not because he's agreed to come on the Star Wars Time show this week, but because the dude can genuinely elicit emotions for his characters at such a young age. This wouldn't be an actual review of Skeleton Crew if I didn't go out of my way to verbally applaud Jude Law's performances as Jod. Just when you think you have that character figured out, Jude takes him in another direction that at times can be terrifying. This dude seems bad to the bone. I mean, he executed Brutus like a legit dog, and then, after decapitating 33 and almost squishing snowballs, he threatens children with a lightsaber. Hell, Anakin may have done the nicer thing by just killing younglings versus terrorizing them like Jod. I once thought Jod was redeemable, but I'm not sure how that even happens, because he now feels like he's been the antagonist the whole time. Unless the Supervisor really is the AI form of Tak Renad, who still has some pirate booby traps in store for those looking for his eternal treasure, therefore forcing all parties to work together to save themselves, I'm not sure if Jod has any chances left to do the right thing. Kudos to Jude again for providing so many layers for this dynamic character, who quite frankly really does feel like a fresh Star Wars character and not an homage to those who have come before. While E7 was loaded with killer performances and surprising character moments, it also did a fine job at revealing more of the mysteries of At Attin and why the rest of the galaxy now thinks it's just a myth. For starters, we finally got some sort of a timeline reference as to when At Attin first went missing. Jod says the planet has been lost for hundreds of years, so I think we can say with confidence now that At Attin was a jewel of the Republic during its High Republic era. Sadly, that revelation takes away any chance of it being lost since the old Republic, which was thousands of years prior to both the High Republic and the fall of the Galactic Republic. All along, when the character have referred to it as being Old Republic, they simply meant the one that fell thanks to Darth Sidious. It was also made clear that the Republic had emissaries who knew about At Attin and how to find it, and that they used special ships from the Mint that allowed them to pass through the Maelstrom. So this means that while At Attin was hidden away from the galaxy at large, there were people in the galaxy that knew how to find it to make transactions with the Mint. Finally, Wendell revealed that At Attin citizens do learn about the planet being special and needing to be hidden once they graduate. It seems that the society has been designed to fully support minting Republic credits and keeping their location hidden to avoid the conflict and potential plunder that Jod has brought to the system. So the children get funneled into that required specialties to keep the ruse going, and once they graduate, they learn why exactly they have been conditioned to keep the planet hidden. Hopefully we get even more clarity next week in the finale, but as of now, here is my theory. It seems At Attin and its people have been operating on its initial charge of being a mint for the great work of the Republic, even though they probably haven't heard from the Republic in over 30 years, which is about when it fell. I just look at how the citizens react to an emissary ship landing. If this was a regular occurrence, why would people be standing on the landing pad and almost getting killed as it activates? This generation of At Attins has definitely never seen a mint ship land for a pickup, so it does seem likely that this is a first for pretty much everyone present. It seems very likely now that the Supervisor is an AI and it has just been executing its programming loop for the past few hundred years. Now, it is possible that this AI could have been altered by Tak Rened when he found At Attin to just keep minting credits for him, while also ensuring that he could use the AI and security droids to keep the citizens doing what they know, which is to produce credits for the Republic. It does appear the adult citizens do understand that the planet is hidden and needs to remain so, but the Supervisor AI has made sure they don't know about the happenings in the galaxy either. Therefore, keeping them minting credits versus rejoining the galaxy and getting caught up on the events that have shaped it over the hundreds of years of their planet being missing. This theory has some holes when you consider a pirate just hoarding his loot and not spending it, but who knows? Maybe just the idea of sitting on a limitless supply of credits was enough to satiate Rened's greed, and he manipulated the system to ensure no one would ever find his treasure again, while ensuring it would keep growing in size by keeping the citizens working. I love this stuff. Top moments time. Let's just go with Jod's deeper dive into his heel turn as being the driver of this episode's top moments. We knew he was shady and willing to threaten kids, but damn, Jod, you executed Brutus with ice in your veins. Then he goes on to cut 33's head off, taunt kids who are beyond scared with a lightsaber in their face, and then does the same to their families. I mean, look at poor little Wim. Jod is a bad man, and like I said earlier, redemption seems unlikely at this point. But I do have a feeling that the Supervisor will have one last surprise for us all, which could elicit some form of a Jod reformation. And closing out with some eggs and references, we start with a clunky one. It's not exact, but for some reason when I saw the transmitter device the parents built, it reminded me of E.T.'s ship. I know, it's a stretch, but here we are. We finally heard the Supervisor, and yes, his accent was British, but did you know that he was voiced by Stephen Fry? He's been working in Hollywood since the 80s. Here's another loosey-goosey one, but I can't help but think the vaults totaling 1139 isn't somehow a nod to George's 1138 flick, which has also been referenced many times in other Star Wars projects. On to the finale, and depending on when you are watching this, we want to let you know that we will have Ravi Cabot-Conyers on our show this week, so make sure to check that out on the channel. The live is set for 5 p. East on January 8th. Hey, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing or going next level with a channel membership. If anything, we'd love a like, comment, and share. There's always time for Star Wars time, my friends. May the Force be with you.